Now with that ABC News exclusive with a woman accusing an NFL player of domestic violence. She is breaking her silence as outrage grows over Washington's decision to sign him after his arrest. Lindsay Davis sat down with her. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. Elissa Ennis says that she and linebacker Reuben Foster dated off and on for more than 4 years. She also claims that he physically abused her several times, which is why when he was recently picked up by the Washington Redskins, she says it felt like, quote, a slap in the face.
What was your reaction when Reuben got signed to the Redskins?
When he got signed, I was like, I can't believe somebody picked him up. And I just couldn't believe somebody picked him up in less than how many hours? Like, I was shocked.
Elissa Ennis says she shares the outrage voiced by some across the country in the wake of her ex-boyfriend Reuben Foster being signed by the Washington Redskins just days after his arrest last month on suspicion of domestic battery. She says she and Foster had taken a break and he'd started seeing other people.
He invited me to come see him in Florida, and I came and he took one of my phones and he slapped me and pushed me. Told him that I was gonna tell his new girlfriend that he paid for my flight out there, so that's what triggered it.
Ennis claims Foster's abuse in that Tampa hotel on November 24th left her with these bruises on her neck and face.
He called me out there so we could work on our relationship. And so I was like, I can't believe you're back doing this, because we both were seeing therapists and stuff trying to work on our relationship. So I was like, I can't believe you're back to doing this.
So back to doing this as if this was something that happened several times before?
Yes, ma'am, like 3 times.
And what did you do? Did you report this to police each time?
Well, the 2 times I did, one time the neighbors called. The neighbors called the police in October.
This incident in November, you called 911?
Yes, ma'am.
Your ex-boyfriend did what? Took my phone and broke it and slapped me in my face.
Did it feel like they did not believe you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I felt like they didn't believe me. Even when I called the police, the 49ers came up there. I have pictures of the 49ers coming up there trying to talk to the police and say, I'm the same ex-girlfriend that sat up there and lied.
Earlier this year in February, Ennis accused Foster of battery, but later recanted her story and dropped the allegations.
Reuben threw my clothes out the balcony. He threw my stuff out the house. He dragged me down the stairs 2-3 times. He punched me in my face 2-3 times, pulled me by my hair, kicked me, spit on me.
And then you go to court, and then you recant your story.
Yes, ma'am.
And why'd you do that?
Because I loved him, and love will have you doing things that's not in your best interest because of the person you love.
She told authorities she fabricated the story as part of a money scheme. There were some previous allegations that you referred to as a money scheme, I guess, to extort money. Were you not telling the truth at that point?
I was not telling the truth. I was not telling the truth.
So what do you say to people who are saying, well, because you've lied in the past, that's ruined your credibility now?
Well, I did what I had to do for the person I love. I thought that he would change. Anybody in my position, they would have did the same thing if they, shared a family with this person. He used to come crying to me, telling me he didn't have anybody. If somebody called that you love comes crying to you, telling you that they didn't have anybody, you'll do the same thing too. Like, that's why I did what I did, because I loved him.
Do you still love him?
I've been getting help and stuff like that. This is not love. Love won't do you like that. This is not love. No, I've been getting help, but it's not love.
There are now criminal charges pending against Foster. The NFL has placed him on the commissioner's exempt list, which keeps him from practicing or playing until his legal case is resolved. But he's still being paid his contract, worth more than $9 million.
Well, in a situation like this, we have a pattern in practice. So this wasn't an isolated incident that just happened in Tampa Bay. This is a person who's in a relationship with someone. Police are called by neighbors, and that something is gone awry. No one should have to live in fear or in abuse like she did.
The president of the Redskins tells ABC News that the team did its own investigation, adding that law enforcement needs to hear both sides and see how this plays out. We also reached out to the 49ers, and they said they are reserving comment at this time. No comment from Reuben Foster.
Hot button. Yeah.
Yes.
So how was she when you had sitting across from her? Just how is her? How is she now?
She sounds like she's still in the thick of dealing with trauma.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds
All
fair.
right. Thank you so much, Lindsay.